What's up, everybody? I'm the Sports Judge. Welcome. Thanks for showing love to the channel. Really appreciate it. Man, them boys from the Big D collapsed. That was an epic beatdown and old-fashioned ass whooping. Man, oh man, the moment we knew was coming. It was so predictable. And Jerry Jones tells us every freaking year that these teams he assembles look just as good as those teams that won the Super Bowl. That was the biggest lie ever told. He's always wrong about his team. And credits a team that only beats up on bad teams and lose to really good teams. You hype this team up so much that your team just had the worst playoff loss ever. Crazy. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised at all that the Cowboys lost. I mean, come on now. They do this every year. It's nothing new. Like I said, it's predictable. This team exits the playoffs early every year. What do you expect from the Dallas Cowboys? I expect nothing less. The only thing I was shocked by, and I must confess, was the beatdown. I don't think anybody, not even the optimistic Green Bay fan, thought they would lose that way. I'm shocked in which the fashion they lost in. This was an ass whooping. When the Packers ran down the field and they scored, all right, you marched down the field and scored. Okay, Green Bay strikes first. Not a big deal. But Dak throws that interception to Alexander, and then that's when I said then that this was going to be a long day for the Cowboys. Dak was choking away another postseason game as usual, and then after that, a pick six. When the playoffs arrive, they choke. When games truly matter, the Cowboys don't show up. They fade and disappear into the darkness. They completely look like a different team than the one you saw during the regular season. Dak Prescott can't put it together in January. You had a team that wasn't ready. I saw panic. Dak was petrified. Dude was nervous as hell. Look at his face. His body language said it all. Them boys were shook. They were shook, and they did all that talking and couldn't back it up with their play. I remember Michael Parsons opening day after beating the Giants. He said, we're making a statement. Okay, what statement did you actually make? Can you share that with us today? I'm sure he's not talking now. We're the best defense in the NFL and all this other nonsense. Really? The best defense in the NFL? Really? Elite? Huh? Really? Elite defenses don't give up 48 points to the youngest team in the NFL, bro. They don't do that. Elite defenses don't fold like you guys did and have meltdowns like that. They made Jordan Love, and no disrespect to him, because I think he's a rising star in this league, but they made him look like the second coming of Tom Brady or Joe Montana, somebody of that caliber. And Dak said he got it going late. Oh, really? I'm not surprised by this. Look, when they play good teams, this is what normally happens. This is what happens all the time. Nobody should be surprised. If you're surprised, you haven't watched enough football to understand what the Cowboys do every year. It's heartbreak every year. And if you watch the Cowboys all year, teams that ran the football completely well, ran the damn football down their throats constantly. And that's what you saw yesterday. This is who they are. They got absolutely outcoached, outprepared, and outclassed. This was by far their best team from an expectation standpoint. It was the worst performance I've seen from the Cowboys when it comes to how they play, given the expectations placed upon them. This was embarrassing, ugly, pathetic, and unacceptable. This should not have happened. This should not have happened. Receivers couldn't get open. Dak and CeeDee Lamb were not on the same page. There was a weird body language between Dak and CeeDee. Arguably one of the best receiving combos in the NFL. What happened? Your quarterback couldn't take care of the football, and when he doesn't take care of the football, it usually results in a loss. Mike McCarthy's play calling was questionable. They never really ran the ball. And I kept saying, run the damn football. Too one-dimensional. But that's Mike McCarthy for you. The defense was completely worthless, useless, no pass rush. And if there's no pass rush, the secondary gets torched. No pressure on Jordan Love. I'm telling you, Jordan Love, man, he looked ever so impressive. He had all damn day to throw the football. I don't know why on God's green earth Dan Quinn had them running zone defense. Total embarrassment. And Matt LaFleur completely embarrassed him. And this is a guy we're talking about being a head coach somewhere in the National Football League. This whole team folded under pressure. I think it's time to clean house. McCarthy is gone. Quinn is gone. If I'm Jerry Jones, I got Jim Harbaugh and Bill Belichick on speed dial. I'm calling about their availability. I'm seeing if they are interested in taking this job. I know it's a demanding one. I know it's not an easy one. It's a tough job. I'm making one of those guys my head coach. Time to move on from this mediocre regime. The entire team and organization were a complete embarrassment. This was a national disgrace. And I'm sure this morning it still hurts like hell to every damn Cowboys fan in Cowboys Nation. This team is soft and weak mentally. They looked defeated after Green Bay's first drive. I saw a team that didn't have that same spirit, that didn't have that same fight in them. Now, all season, look, because we were saying all we were saying all season that this was Dak's best season of his career statistically, that Dak looked like an MVP quarterback painting this beautiful masterpiece. And then what happens? The playoffs comes around and he smears the painting to be widely regarded as the biggest choke artist. But this is not all on Dak. Let's not just focus on Dak. Let's not just make this all about Dak, because it's not all on him. It's on the coaching staff. They didn't put him in the best position to win. They didn't put this team in the best position to succeed, to be successful. Dak's performance yesterday is an indictment to this coaching staff and the job it did not do to make sure these boys were ready, to make sure these boys were prepared. Matt LaFleur clearly outcoached Mike McCarthy. He had a game plan that had Dan Quinn's head spinning in circles, okay? This was the worst defensive meltdown. Coverage busts everywhere. The defense was not prepared at all. And in the face of adversity, they showed zero toughness. Green Bay receivers were open all day with no Cowboy even in the vicinity. That should never, ever happen in any playoff game. I watched the Green Bay defense do its job. That defense was prepared. That defense was ready for that Cowboys offense and took the life out of the Cowboys. Dallas offense has a quarterback who played at an MVP level, a wide receiver who was an offensive player of the year candidate. Three all pros on the offensive line. And no one could get open. Absolutely pathetic. Dak was nervous and suffered, obviously, a great deal of anxiety. You saw it on his face, that exasperating look. And after what transpired yesterday, changes need to be made. Change has to come. I would get rid of McCarthy and Quinn and start completely over. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate the love and support. Do me a huge favor, if you like this video, if you like my content, share it with those you know, and also hit that subscribe button. We'll talk very soon.